There are strange things done when there is no sun by the crowd that gather for cards, when the snow's piled high and we can't see the sky through the mountains out in our backyards. Then we gather and blather and gibber and jabber of a trip to Hawaii or Spain, or the points it would take just to go down and bake on the deck of a cruise ship again. But the strangest of all that I can recall is a game with my usual crew, where it fair can be said that I went off the head, and I went 25 on the two. Now we were gathered at Andrew and Kat's for the game, and Aaron and Andrew came too. There was me and the missus, and 'twas surely auspicious when my good buddy Paul joined the crew. Well, now that was 7, not exactly cards heaven, so 5 cards were dealt out to all, and 2 more for fun once the bidding was done, leaving 3 in the kitty to fall. I was at 115 and feeling quite keen to wrap up the game on this round. The deal was mine. I was looking to find some big trumps that I could slam down. As I gathered my hand, my eyes quickly scanned a hand you could only call bland. 'Twas mostly all scruff. My big win was off. 2 of spades was the best in the fan. The bidding was fast, and everyone passed till the missus said she would go 20. She said it so fast I too should have passed. Of the big trumps she must have had plenty. But something let go in my judgment, you know, and I think that the cause was the weather. I went right off the head. My 20, I said, even though that I surely knew better. Well, my poor brain was reeling, with a terrible feeling. It seemed I was barely alive. I knew I was done. My card's life was run, till the missus sang out, 25. Salvation, thinks I. In the blink of an eye, my card's life was out of the red. I opened my mouth to say, yours. My 25 came out instead. Well, I just couldn't figure how my bid had got bigger. It seemed I was somehow possessed. The others looked at me. The missus said flatly, I'm not going 30, she stressed. Well, what a state I was in as my head went to spin, and I grabbed my 2 cards and the kit. My heart rate took a jump. Not a sign of a trump, but my old 2 of spades. That was it. For what do you call? Said my good buddy Paul, as he sipped on a flagon of ale. In my quietest voice I revealed my choice. It was hard not to whimper and wail. I call for the 3. Right away I could see the incredulous looks on their faces. Both Andrews laughed. The ladies all gasped. My good buddy Paul said, well, gracious. When they all settled down, we got on with the round, and my 2 was good for first trick. Kat had the 3, so was partner to me. I apologized to her right quick. Well, her 3 didn't last, and I was aghast I'd be taking her down 25. Aaron's ace won that race. I was red in the face. Me and Kat, we were barely alive. Well, I thought I might fake a big heart attack, get carried away on a gurney. But I figured my friends would insist on an end to the round on the ambulance journey. Resigned to my fate, I threw out an 8 of diamonds, or something like that. The play passed to Kat. I felt like a rat, and I hoped that poor Kat had no bet. Then, miracle of miracles, it was practically lyrical. Lemons became lemonade. With a flick of her hand, and a gesture so grand, Kat laid out the big 5 of spades. Before I could speak, exclaim, shout, or squeak, she laid out the jack of spades too. Then, savoring the moment, she ended my torment. Her ace of hearts came into view. Well, I couldn't believe it, could scarcely conceive it. My nightmare was over for sure. I thanked Kat 10 times. She said, best kind, but Dave, don't be at that no more. Yes, there are strange things done when there is no sun, and the card games will surely ensue. But the strangest of all that I can recall is when I went 25 on the 2.